Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Tuesday, June 9th, 2026, and I have fallen behind a little bit on my daily solves here. So I'm going to try and catch up and do both the Monday and Tuesday puzzles today. We'll start with the Monday, the puzzle for Monday, June 8th, 2026. This is a puzzle by Tom McCoy, his 37th for the New York Times, a 9th Monday. The majority of his have been Sunday puzzles, so he's quite adept at coming up with themes in both sort of easy and difficult formats. So we'll see what he has in store for us today. For both the Monday and Tuesday puzzles today, I'm going to try and sort of get through them pretty quickly. And if there's anything to discuss on the back end, I'll pause and do it there. Otherwise, we'll put it in the video description. But let's get solving for today, Monday, June 8th. This is an early week themed puzzle. Hopefully not too complicated, and we'll try and get through it pretty quickly. This one's by Tom McCoy. Dear Sir, we probably want a buck there. Free trial version, maybe a beta version. Caspian or Mediterranean, those are C's. Designer Hugo Boss, whoops. Typographical embellishment, a serif maybe? Go across to span. Sure, I'm not sure. What is this? Maybe not Hugo Boss. Steamer or cruiser are boats. Oompa instrument, a tuba. This is then a stag. And this is then a ship to give Hugo Boss here. Ship. And Oompa instrument is a tuba. Follower or new or teen. New ager or teenager. Sure, I bet then. Something green in a greenhouse. A plant? Characterize? Not sure. Key to the right of plus and equals on a Mac keyboard. Oh, maybe this is a demo version. Oh, interesting. Frequently in poetry, oft. 5 by 5 square crossword is a mini. This does look like plant. What Taylor Swift called the stages of her career eras. And this is the delete key. Popular board game adapted from India, and this says one. Parcheesi is the answer, but I don't know what the one is for. Characterize, not sure. Nickname akin to Harry. Hal, is it? Soldier, stop, halt. Characterize, to spell, is that what we mean? To put in terms of characters? Hidden snags are gotchas. Challenge for student drivers. Parallel parking, I guess. Orate, to speak. Half blank when the minute hand points down, half past the hour. Tiny hill builders are ants. Effortlessness is ease. They quickly spread online. Memes, I guess. Compassion is compassion. Why can't I see that? Page through is to leaf through. Email winnower, a spam filter, something that winnows out your spam emails. Apt zodiac sign for Bert Lard, who played the Cowardly Lion, is a Leo. Oh boy, gosh or golly maybe. A pair. No, not golly, because a pair is probably two. Starting to learn, new at. Anthropologist Margaret Mead, I think. Oh boy, goody, you could say then. Leaves stranded, not sure. Compassion. Huh? Den, a lair. Opposite of post, pre. Actor Stone Street of Modern Families, Eric Stone Street. Oh, compassion is mercy. I don't know why that took me so long. Prime use for a crowbar. Leverage. Lever, maybe just lever. Scoundrels, deeds. Thievery or accessibility law initials. EEO equal opportunity employer, something like that. Nope, none of that's right. An assistant is an aide. Watercraft for an Inuit. A kayak? Knavery, maybe. Yeah, kayak. Small bites, nips, maybe. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Short-term kind of store, a pop-up. Metals in mines are ores. Sports locale, an arena. Vitality is pep. Card game whose name is something players cry is Uno. Give a debriefing to. I don't see it. Never stop having fun. Party, party, party. I guess. Report back. Give a debriefing to. Report back to. Could be. Cube maker Erno Rubik. Long, strong string. Maybe we want twine there. World's largest country with a four-letter name. Iran, I guess, probably. Civil uprising, a riot, probably. What a shame. Tisk, you could say. Caterers, containers are urns, coffee urns, and a single time is once. What misers take to an extreme. Thrift. Word repeated in blanky blanky. Hear ye, hear ye. Bread maker's supply is yeast. Pam Beasley, character who has the last line in the finale of The Office. I forget what that line is, though. Leaves stranded is maroons. Of the highest importance, or parsed differently, what each bracketed number in the clues indicates. Of the highest importance. I don't see it right away. Underpinning. Maybe thrift is not correct. Test the weight of. Up in the air, aloft. Expression of contempt. Whitish, pale. Paramount. Oh, interesting. I got it. Okay. Starting time-wise. Starting time-wise. Underpinning. Test the weight of. To heft. Expression of contempt. Bah. Underpinning. Starting time-wise. As of. Basis. Oh, the underpinning is a basis. Home of Columbus. I'm guessing not the explorer, but the town of Columbus in Ohio. Follower of pointy or pigeon. Pointy toed or pigeon toed. Pointy toed shoes, pigeon toed. Number in a nonet is 9. 0 is none. And this looks like trouble. Uh-oh, backyard storage spaces, shed. Some tricky clues at the beginning here. I'll get to those in a second, but let's take a look at the theme first. Of the highest importance is paramount, or when parsed differently, what each bracketed number in the clues indicates. And it's the amount of par, the amount of times the string PAR appears in the answer. So in popular board game adapted from India, it only appears once at the beginning, par cheesy. In Challenge for Student Drivers, parallel parking, it appears twice, parallel parking. And in Never Stop Having Fun, party, 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 it appears 3 times at the beginning of each of the 3 words. And in fact, in each of the cases, it appears at the beginning of each of the words. So it's the amount of PAR, the amount of par in each of these, which is pretty fun. Pretty simple, but pretty fun, which is how Monday should be. I got tricked on 1 across and 2 across. Dear Sir, I interpreted correctly but got the wrong answer. I put buck instead of stag. And a free trial version, I should have had demo, but I put a beta, which often, I guess, I don't know that they're free necessarily, but kind of a tester version. I sort of misinterpreted that for sure. And that sort of threw me off all the way here. And then here to try and make buck fit, I tried to put boat instead of ship. And anyway, all of that, after a while, I was able to get. But Dear Sir is a fun clue here. Serif, a typographical embellishment, literally a little embellishment, a little decoration on the ends of, say, these letters here, the T and the H and the C and the R, the little flags at the ends of the letters, as opposed to this T, which is sans serif. What else here? These 2 clues, this one and the page through at 22 across and give a debriefing to at 25 down, both have the final word in the clue in parentheses, which means that you kind of have to add that to the answer as well. Such a page through is to leaf through, or to give a debriefing to is to report back to. So it means both the clue and the answer require that bracketed parenthetical word in order to make sense. What else? Knavery is not a word you hear very often, but it's a pretty fun thing to have in the middle of this grid here. home of Columbus is tricky, just because you think you want World War C born Genoa, I think, but it's obviously not that. It's Columbus, Ohio, named after, I believe, Christopher Columbus. Underpinning, I for some reason wanted the sort of like gerund here instead of the noun. The underpinning of something is the basis of it, and that's fine. To test the weight of, this is not in the sense of, I sort of had the idea of like sort of standing on top of something to test the weight of it, but this is to hold something, to lift something to test the weight of it, and that is to heft. And also the noun heft is the weight of that thing. We have two of these kinds of clues: follower of new or teen, new ager, someone sort of a new age mentality, or a teenager. And then we also have, where was it here? 54 down, follower of pointy or pigeon. So pointy toed as in terms of shoes, or pigeon toed in terms of the way that the toes are oriented with respect to each other. Windower is a fun thing to see in a clue, just a filter, literally. HAL always reminds me of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Prime use for a crowbar, I had thought of leverage in terms of that's the use. This is the thing you might use the crowbar as, which is as a lever. So that's fine. This does end up being thrift, which is good because I had no idea what else it might be. I'll have to look up what the last line in the office is. I don't remember. Anyway, that's the puzzle for Monday, June 8th. I hope you enjoyed it. I am going to go and do the Tuesday puzzle now as well. If you liked this, please leave a thumbs up and let me know. If you want to know when I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button. You'll get those notifications. And we'll see you the next time very shortly on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.